So today we're doing more with divide monomials. So again, remember the rules of dividing monomials. You do subtract the exponents. If you have a power raised to a power, you have to take everything inside there to that power, and then you got to use your monomial rule, power raised to a power, that you multiply them. So to simplify on this first one, it's going to be c to the third d to the negative 6. In the denominator, it'll be c to the 4 times negative 2 would make it negative 8. D to the negative 18th. So that was using rules that we've already learned. And now we're going to use the dividing rules. It says subtract the exponents. So on my c it's going to be 3 minus negative 8. So that would be c to the 11th. And for the d's it's going to be negative 6 minus negative 18th, which would give me d to the 12th. And they are positive, so I would be done with that one. Alright, on this one, what's the numerator going to be equal to? Well, remember the rule, anything to the 0 power is equal to 1 over mn, and I'm done. So that was a fairly simple problem there, but test your knowledge of the rule of what something to a 0 power is equal to. Number 3, again, let's take care of our numbers first. What's going to go into 15 and 75? Well, 15 will actually go in here once and go in here 5 times, so if you didn't know that, or you could divide by something smaller if you needed to. So we do have a 5 to start with. P to the third, P to the 5th, so we're going to be subtracting those. We're going to get P to the negative 2. Q to the negative 5 minus negative 4 would become plus positive, which would make it Q to the negative 1. And then I do still have my R to the negative 8 down here since I don't have any there. So now I need to simplify by not having any negative exponents, so my 5 is going to stay here. P to the second is going to, or negative 2 is going to move to the denominator. The Q will also move down here, but the R to the negative 8 in the denominator will move up here. And again, there are more steps that you can put in if you need to understand that, but I'm kind of just following those rules. You can do it this way without having to understand all the rules, I guess. But again, number-wise, 6 and 48, divide them both by 6, and I'm going to put my negative sign in the numerator because I know a lot of books don't really like you to keep it in the denominator. X to the 6th, x to the 1st, so when you subtract those you're going to get x to the 5th, z to the 5th, y to the 7th, y to the 5th, subtract those you're going to get y to the 2nd, z to the 5th, z to the 6th, you get z to the negative 1. So now we do need to simplify. Remember, it's the exponent's negative. This negative 8 is not, that's not an exponent, so it's going to stay up here. X to the 5th can stay here, y to the 2nd stays here, and the z goes to the denominator. So negative 8, x to the 5th, y to the 2nd, over z would be the answer. Alright, so here we have to be careful. Before you do your numbers, I would like you just to write negative 2 to the negative third. Don't try to figure that out yet. M to the negative 3, N to the negative 6. All over 4, M to the negative 6, N to the 4. So now when we have negative 2 to the negative 3 power, what does that mean? That means we need to move it to the denominator. Let's go down here, I guess. So it's going to be, we still have this, let's just put it first, negative 2, now it's going to be to the 3rd power. And you're still having trouble, and we still have our 4 here. Let's go ahead and simplify my m's. Negative 3 minus negative 6 would become plus positive, so that would be m to the 3rd. Negative 6 minus 4 would be n to the negative 10. So now I need to do some simplifying and move some things around. So let's just deal with our numbers first. Negative 2 to the 3rd would be negative 8. Negative 8 times 4 would be negative 32. I'm going to put the negative sign in the top. M to the 3rd is going to stay here. N to the negative 10 is going to move to the denominator. So my answer will be negative m to the 3rd over 32 n to the 10th.